I believe this is the first time we've had you on. Thanks for coming. So I just want to start off with
Thanks for having me.
What is your current understanding of what specifically Elon Musk is actually doing within the federal government right now with his tech staffers in the name of Doge?
Well, the American people delivered President Trump a very clear mandate to root out waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal government. And, let me tell you, we have been talking about bringing Elon Musk in for months and months and months now. I think my colleagues on the other side of the aisle like to act as if this is something novel, as if this is something that's unexpected. This is part of the Trump mandate, getting rid of wasteful spending. I think that my colleagues on the other side of the aisle seem not to be upset about our tax dollars going to idiotic projects, particularly within USAID, but the fact that all of this waste is finally being exposed, and Elon Musk is playing a key role in that.
So what specifically, if you could just lay out, because you're a member of the subcommittee on Doge oversight, what specifically is Elon Musk doing right now with his staffers that he has brought into Washington? What systems are they gaining access to? What are they doing with the confidential data they're accessing, some with private information about Americans? Just if you could just lay that out for us.
Well, first of all, let's be very clear. Elon Musk and his team are not acting as outside advisors. They are acting as employees of the relevant federal agencies. They have security clearances. They're complying with applicable federal laws. So they're doing this entirely above board. But you saw a great example of this with what Elon Musk has been doing with USAID. For instance, he's uncovered that we have been sending millions of dollars for transgender activism in South America, millions of dollars for DEI scholarships in Burma. These are things that the American people largely didn't know about until now, and we're going after them. We're going after this kind of waste, fraud, and abuse. Taxpayers all over the country are tired of their money being spent in ways that don't benefit them or being spent in partisan left-wing political projects, particularly on the other side of the globe. And that's what we're going after.
Okay, so look, Americans, of course, they want the government to be more efficient. They want their taxpayer dollars going to good places. I just want to go back, though. You said they're all acting above board. How do you know that? Because I'm not hearing specifics from you about exactly what Elon Musk and his staffers are doing, the programs are getting access to, the information, what they're doing with that data, how they're getting security clearances. I'm not hearing specifics from you, so I'm just wondering how you know they're all acting above board and that abuse isn't happening, given getting rid of abuse is one of the key missions of your committee.
Well, they've been given the same security clearances that any other relevant employee of these applicable federal agencies would need. They are complying with federal laws. I think that we need to allow them to do the work that Republicans were given a mandate to do. Are you getting briefings? I just want to understand, and I'm sorry to interrupt because I'm just trying to understand. I think the American people are too. How do you know that? Are you getting disclosures, briefings? I know Elon Musk hasn't been subpoenaed and Republicans blocked that. So how do you know this? Where is your information coming from to be able to say that with authority? We've been having close contact with the White House, but I want to be very clear about what happened yesterday in the Oversight Committee hearing. That was pure political theatrics from our colleagues on the other side of the aisle. Democrats have an opportunity to invite a minority witness to every hearing that we have. They chose a college professor. They could have invited Elon Musk. Then once the committee began, they demanded that Chairman Comer invite Elon Musk whenever they could have done it to begin with, and then they began this partisan political games of trying to subpoena Elon Musk. This is pure theatrics. Democrats can play political games, but Republicans are focused on rooting out waste, fraud, and abuse from our federal government and doing real substantive work to save American taxpayer dollars.
Comer is the chair of the committee, so it would make sense for him to ask Elon Musk to come testify. And again, it's still
Democrats have that opportunity as well.
Democrats too, but they did want a subpoena to happen. You're right, and that was blocked by the Republicans. I do want to just follow up with you because you talk about, look, Americans knew what the Donald Trump package would be, and they put him in office. Okay? But there is some polling out from Quinnipiac showing that 53% oppose Musk's role in the administration. a lot of Americans are looking at this and saying, wait a second, we didn't elect Elon Musk, and there's not a lot of transparency. I've been trying to get some information from you. There just isn't the transparency. Why did Republicans, why aren't Republicans doing more, especially in your role as oversight on the Oversight Committee, to find out what's happening in the federal government from Elon Musk, an unelected special government official with billions of dollars of contracts before the federal government, and his staffers, some as young as 19 years old? Why don't you want to know more?
Well, first of all, Democrats had the opportunity to invite Elon Musk to the committee. That's on them if they want to ask him questions. They are welcome to do that. But what I'd like to know, if we want to talk about transparency, how do we not know until now that taxpayer dollars have we've been spending millions of taxpayer dollars on transgender activism in South America? There is an enormous amount of waste in our federal government, and we're uncovering new, just egregious ways that the federal government has been spending our taxpayer dollars. We're uncovering new ways every single day. That's where the lack of transparency is, and we finally have an executive branch and President Trump who is serious about going after this waste, and that's exactly what the American people elected President Trump to do. That's exactly what they elected House Republicans to do, and that's what we're doing.
And I just want to note, Jerry Connolly, your colleague on the committee on the other side of the aisle, he has invited Elon Musk to come. He has said, please come testify to this committee. We haven't heard from anything. We haven't seen any disclosures from him, despite a federal law requiring conflict of interest disclosures. So I do want to note that. We're also doing a fact check on what you said. My producer is doing that right now. But I want to ask you something, because I know some viewers might be watching this right now, Congressman, and saying, well, hold on a second. So you're all on board with what Elon Musk and his team of staffers are doing. Would you be okay if Democrats were doing this? If, for example, George Soros came in under a Democratic administration and had his staffers gain access to sensitive programs about Americans and their personal information and dismantling agencies, would you be okay with that?
It's amazing that Democrats are acting as if this is something that's novel. I've been talking to my constituents for months and months and months about Elon Musk coming in, having a serious business person coming in and using his team to go through the federal budget with a fine-tooth comb. There is nothing that's surprising about what's happening right now. And again, if my colleagues want to invite, they could have done that yesterday. And you're welcome to fact check anything I have to say. I invite you to do that. In fact, I think that given the record of fact checkers over the past 4 years, I don't think many people are going to put a whole lot of stock in it, but you're welcome to do so.
Well, we'll be sure to look at the source. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm just saying I have a duty on this show to make sure that any information that goes out is fact checked. That's just a personal, that's what I have to do. But fair enough. So I just want to go back, though. Would you be okay? Because it is unprecedented what Elon Musk is doing. I know you say it's not a surprise, but it is. I mean, we have not seen the world's richest man come in and go agency to agency with his staffers, they're all unelected and have access to these sensitive programs. Would you be okay if Democrats did this? If a George Soros came in with his staffers and did the same thing that Elon Musk is doing? Would you accept that?
Well, what's unprecedented is spending our taxpayer dollars on left-wing partisan political projects all over the globe. That's what the American people are focused on. This is a result of this election. This is a result of President Trump getting a very clear mandate from the American people to get rid of this kind of nonsense from our federal government. And we're doing it more efficiently than it's ever been done before. And again, the fury that we're seeing from the other side of the aisle isn't about this waste. It's not about paying for left-wing activism on the other side of the globe. It's that it's being exposed finally. And that's what the American people want.
Certainly want more transparency about